Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Canadian Crypt, and today I'm going to be taking you back to 1995 to take a look at the straight-to-TV B-movie, Ice Cream Man. But before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe and click the little bell below to keep up to date with new horror content every Monday and Friday. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back and thank you for sticking with me. So with that being said, let's get into it. Ice Cream Man was directed by Paul Norman and stars Clint Howard, David Noughton, and Olivia Hussey. The film tells the story of a deranged ice cream man named Gregory, who terrorizes a small town while feeding the local children ice cream containing human remains. The film starts off with a bang, giving us Gregory's backstory. After witnessing his local ice cream man gunned down during a drive-by shooting, Gregory is left traumatized, leading to his admittance to a psychiatric hospital. He then becomes an ice cream man shortly after his release. Fast forward to present day, we are introduced to a group of local kids who go by the Rocketeers. But after one of the Rocketeers is kidnapped by the ice cream man, they set out on a mission to expose him for who he really is. I'll say it now, this really isn't a great movie, and it barely borders the it's so bad it's good territory, but it definitely holds a B-movie status, complete with razor blade push pops and severed heads in sugar cones. It's also quite tame for a slasher movie, and I understand this may be pretty taboo for horror, but with a title like The Ice Cream Man, you'd expect him to be targeting children, but that's just not the case here. The body count is actually very small, and he only targets the adults. However, he does kill a dog in the movie, which is arguably just as bad, if not worse. I do have to admit that some of the kills were pretty good, but more in a comical way. Like the scene where he uses the two detectives' severed heads as puppets, while spouting off really terrible jokes.
Don't you know there's a curfew?
Kids, always getting in trouble.
Kinda makes your head spin.
Yeah, looks like yours spun right off.
Or that scene where he brings a woman a severed head in an ice cream cone. I mean, you can't not have fun with that. There were some genuinely funny moments sprinkled in throughout the movie, which gives me the feeling that they were kind of going for a dark comedy, but it kind of failed. Overall, the acting in this movie was pretty damn terrible. Pretty much every character in the movie lacks substance, with almost no sign of character development in sight. So because of that, you weren't rooting for anyone, so you really didn't care if anyone lived or died. And trust me when I say this, that poor dialogue really didn't do the film any favors. Overall, I wasn't impressed with the acting from the main group of kids either. Actually, it kind of left me feeling irritated. But there's one thing I want to point out that I found hilarious, and that is the fact that there's this fat kid in the group, but the problem is they clearly casted a skinny kid and just stuffed a pillow in his shirt. I mean, come on, there's no way that someone wouldn't notice that. I mean, look at it. It was the Ice Cream Man himself that kind of saved it for me. I think Clint Howard did a great job with the role, and he added a certain level of creepiness that I don't think could have been replicated by another actor. So sadly, at the end of the day, the cons outweigh the pros with this one, and if you're looking for a disturbing or scary movie, this really isn't it. However, I do think the concept behind this movie did have potential, and I thought it would have been a lot scarier if they had someone else in the director's chair. The idea of the Ice Cream Man could have been a lot scarier with better execution. And while The Ice Cream Man may not be a great movie, if you're like me and you enjoy watching horrible horror movies just for the fun of it, you'll probably get a kick out of this one. But is Ice Cream Man a movie I'd buy for my physical collection? That would be a hard no. What did you think of Ice Cream Man? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Have you even seen it yet? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are interested in watching Ice Cream Man, it's actually available for free on Tubi right now. Thank you so much for checking out the review. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit it with a like, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at Canadian Crypt, where I let you guys decide on the videos I'm gonna make next. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay scary.